My ambitious and responsible Capricorn friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. A Capricorn, this week arrives with a subtle heaviness in your chest, as if some part of you is holding its breath beneath the surface. You may sense that something isn't quite adding up, even as your daily routines continue. There's a quiet undercurrent, a feeling that what's being shown to others is only a sliver of what you are actually experiencing. Outwardly, you likely appear composed and capable, but internally there is a soft tension, a reluctance to name what feels uncertain or to look too closely at the shadows drifting through your thoughts. It might feel as if you're waiting for something to settle, but the unease lingers, persistent yet hard to define. This week, what's left unsaid seems to carry more weight than any conversation. You might notice yourself pausing before answering or feeling a slight hesitation in moments that once felt straightforward. The need to appear steady and self-sufficient runs deep, but underneath, there's a longing for reassurance, for clarity, for a sign that you're on the right path. You're not lost, Capricorn, but you are at a threshold where the old ways of managing emotion are being gently tested by the quiet questions rising from within. You find yourself drawn into a landscape that isn't fully illuminated. The moon, appearing for you now, speaks not in words but in sensations, the shifting of intuition, the tug of memory, the pull of dreams that arrive uninvited. You may catch yourself second-guessing decisions or sensing tensions in relationships that can't quite be explained. Emotions may feel muted one moment, then unexpectedly sharp the next, like waking from a half-remembered dream that sets your heart racing. There's a feeling of walking through a hallway at dusk, recognizing the shapes around you, but unsure if you're seeing them truly. You may notice small anxieties building, not from any dramatic event but from a series of subtle signals, a glance, a phrase, a task unfinished. These signals leave you wondering if you're missing something important. The deeper tension is an urge to make sense of the unknown, to put a name to what you feel, to anchor yourself in certainty. But this week, the answers are not arriving on schedule. Instead, your inner state is marked by a sensitivity to mood and undercurrent, to what is implied rather than stated outright. There's a gentle confusion here, a willingness to question your own instincts, but also a quiet determination to keep moving forward even without all the facts. The pull to retreat and wait for clarity is strong, but so is your steady habit of showing up and doing what needs to be done. Underneath it all, you sense there is meaning in this ambiguity, even if you can't yet see its outline. You might feel a bit more tired, as if your mind is working overtime trying to interpret what the world is asking of you. The moon's presence in your week is not about losing your footing, but about learning to walk with a softer gaze, allowing the in-between spaces of your life to speak. You are not required to have all the answers right now. The important thing is to notice what's stirring below the surface and to honor the quiet hunches and fleeting feelings. They are not distractions, they are invitations to listen more deeply to yourself. From this place of uncertainty, your path naturally seeks equilibrium. When you move through days colored by ambiguity, every choice becomes an act of balancing what you know with what you feel. The space between clarity and confusion is where the next chapter of your week begins to unfold. It's as if your inner questions are quietly shaping the moments that follow, guiding your attention toward situations that ask for patience, restraint, and discernment. The way you respond to these subtle tensions will define the quality of your experience, setting the tone for what's possible as the week progresses. Events begin to organize themselves around a need for harmony, though not without friction. Temperance enters your path, bringing with it the challenge of blending opposites, logic and emotion, certainty and doubt, action and reflection. You may find yourself under pressure to mediate between competing demands, both from others and within yourself. There might be moments when you're asked to smooth over misunderstandings, or to find a middle ground where there appears to be none. The momentum of the week tends to pull you toward situations where patience is not just a virtue, but a necessity. You could notice that the usual solutions feel inadequate, prompting you to experiment with new ways of responding, perhaps listening more than speaking or giving yourself space before making decisions. The friction isn't dramatic, but it is noticeable, a lingering sense that if you push too hard, something delicate could break. Your responsibilities continue, but now they come with a gentle reminder that nothing needs to be forced. If you pay attention, you'll see small opportunities to practice moderation, to let things unfold at their own pace, and to blend the various parts of your life with greater care. Temperance does not remove the external pressures, but it softens them, allowing you to integrate your insights from the moon into your daily actions. The week may ask for more compromise than usual, and for a kind of creative patience that doesn't always come naturally to you. What emerges is a quiet skillfulness, the ability to move through complexity with grace, to respond to uncertainty not by shutting down, but by opening up to possibility. You are learning to trust the process, even when the outcome is unclear. The friction you feel is not a sign of failure, but evidence that you are growing into a more nuanced way of being. Each time you pause rather than react, or choose understanding over judgment, you lay the groundwork for what comes next. The invitation to potential is not automatic. It depends on how you engage with these moments of balance and ambiguity. Only by consciously meeting the discomfort in your week, by allowing yourself to be shaped by both the tension and the calm, does what's possible begin to take form. Your willingness to stay present with the process, even when clarity is slow to arrive, determines the depth and richness of your experience. Growth arrives quietly, through steady, grounded effort. The Knight of Pentacles appears, not as a promise of sudden change, but as an invitation to embody your values in small, consistent ways. There is no rush here, just the simple strength of showing up day after day, no matter the weather. Your potential this week lies in the work you do when no one is watching, in the care you bring to routine, in the reliability that others sense from you even when you feel uncertain inside. There is dignity in tending to your responsibilities, in keeping promises to yourself, in making progress that may seem slow but is deeply rooted. This is not about dramatic breakthroughs or proving yourself, but about honoring the process and trusting that every practical step matters. If you allow yourself to move at your own pace, resisting the urge to compare your journey to others, you create a sense of quiet confidence that grows with each task completed. The Knight of Pentacles invites you to bring your full attention to the present moment, to notice the satisfaction in a job well done, and to find meaning in the simple act of caring for what is yours to tend. Growth, for you this week, is not about chasing distant goals, but about inhabiting each moment as fully as you can, knowing that every small effort adds up to something lasting. The invitation is to ground yourself in what you can control and to find reassurance in your own steady presence. In doing so, you discover a kind of peace that does not depend on external validation, but is built from within. All of these threads weave together into a single living story. The moon draws your attention to the subtle currents within, asking you to acknowledge what is uncertain, what is still forming. Temperance meets these inner questions with a gentle blending, softening the edges between what you know and what you feel, helping you move through the week with greater ease. The Knight of Pentacles then grounds all of this in simple, consistent action, reminding you that progress is made not through grand gestures, but through the quiet faithfulness of everyday life. Together, these energies suggest that while you may be navigating a time of ambiguity, you are not without resources. Your sensitivity becomes a strength when paired with patience, and your patience finds its reward in the grounded confidence of steady effort. There is no need to force answers or to rush decisions. Instead, you can trust that by listening to yourself, responding with care, and honoring your commitments one step at a time, you are already moving forward. The week does not promise dramatic resolution, but it does offer reassurance. The path beneath your feet is real, and your steady presence is enough. Whatever remains uncertain will find its place in time. For now, you can rest in the knowledge that you are capable of navigating both the seen and the unseen, and that your resilience is quietly growing with every passing day. Actionable insights for Capricorn this week. Try moving through your day at a pace that feels natural, even if it's slower than usual. Notice where you can pause to check in with your feelings before responding. Give yourself permission to find comfort in simple routines, spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I notice what I feel without judgment. I am allowed to move at my own pace. My patience and care matter, even in small ways. Each day I become more grounded and sure. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.